Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. But if it goes over 10 minutes, that means there's something very important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like the smoke, people like the drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people like marijuana. People basically are just 80% of you. Listeners' discretion is advised. How many times I said that in most of my videos as a disclaimer? And then somebody will comment down there. Because they're sensitive. They don't ask any questions. Don't know who I am. You know, I act like this for a good reason. So I don't even care about being known on the YouTube. That's for mostly liberal people who are just emotional, who's just ambitious, trying to look for a buck. But other than that, let's get on with the subject now here. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. Alright? If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roast fest, you put it down below. If I talk too fast, you shouldn't be listening to me. If you're one of my Bangladeshi associates, you know, and you tell me to slow down, I can't do that here because this is just for the general masses, mostly for Americans who can understand my simple English. Because there's a lot of rappers and a lot of songs out there who understand the English language and the basic formation. That's good enough. That's it. But other than that, let's get on with the subject right here. This video is going to be about education in women and relationships. Now, I'm going on this. Talking about this because when I was younger, I'm 47 this year, December 3rd. When I was younger, I realized that every educated female I've ever talked to had some agenda. Okay? You know, I'd only talked to female. I talked to at least about 3 women in my life who had a fire conversation. But then I realized one thing. There was a problem, okay? In America, in the Western worlds, they always had some agenda. And they always had tons of boyfriends. They never really, had just one boyfriend. Like I always thought that nerdy girls will basically be better candidates. But that's not true. That's not true at all. Okay, well, let me ask you a question, you guys. Do you think the nerdy girls will be more intelligent enough just to be focused just on you? Or do you think that the girls who are not as intelligent will be just focused enough on you? Now, I'll ask you the question from your experiences. Since I've talked to more women than most of you guys have, I'm going to give you my description of what I believe, okay? So you go ahead. You tell me. Pause it and think before I answer. So do you feel like the nerdy girls, that's very rare in the dime a dozen out there, beautiful nerdy girls, I've encountered them, are more loyal to you than a female who's not as loyal? What do you think? Okay, now, since you already paused it, now you already know there's more stupid women out there compared to the nerdy girls, okay? I'm just going to say, since there's more likely to be more women who are not as educated or basically don't have a lot of things in common with men, it's going to be most likely those women who don't really have, who's not going to be faithful. They're not going to be faithful. That's a fact, okay? So the best thing to do to cancel that out is to have a polygynous relationship with women who basically are more likely going to be living in a poor country, okay? A smarter woman has less education and is more likely to be not docile, because I don't like that word docile. I don't take advantage of women at all. It's their decision, their consent. But when you have a female who do have a fire conversation, you're going to have to worry more because she's more intelligent enough to try to get a man, okay, who, everybody has insecurities, including women, more women than men, okay, this is a fact, okay? And so what happens there, if you think about the money coming in that you're making as a male, you're going to have to think about her changing her ways on you. Now, I'm also going to talk about the side for women, too. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of guys out there who don't have a brain power itself. You can't find too many alphas out there. I know that, too. It goes the same way. This is why I say all the time, it's not good. Most people shouldn't be in relationships. It's usually a sexual attraction. But if you're a female and you're going out there looking for a guy, most of the time you're going to meet a guy who's most likely on your level or probably be above you. Because most guys got hobbies, okay? Even the dumbest motherfuckers that I know always got some sort of hobbies, okay? Women don't have no kind of hobbies. They don't have nothing in common. But if you do meet a male who's just your cup of tea and you consider himself an 8, 9, or 10 while you're a 6, right? He's going to cheat, especially if you don't believe in polygyny. It's that simple. It's that simple. Because, men and women don't really have deep conversations. I usually have conversations with women to try to open up their third eye. But it's more dangerous for a man to lose more things than a woman. A woman, the only thing a woman has to worry about is basically he staying focused just on her, and that's impossible. It's not in his nature just to be with you, baby. Okay, especially if he's alpha. He got a Congo dick, right? He got a Congo dick. You know how you gonna be focused just on you? I don't care how much you cream and how much tight you are down there. His whole purpose for a man is to spread his seeds. So if you want to see signs that he's gonna be focused on you, that's very hard to do. Okay, this is why most people are not compatible. I say this all of the time when I get on someone's stream. But for me, I'd rather travel overseas because she don't have no way out, and I could just drop everything. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If she don't want to listen to what I have to say, I'm gone. Or basically, she wants to cheat. Okay, and it's not taking advantage of nobody. So we made an agreement pact, and that's how it works. Same thing with you women. You women already made an agreement pact. You don't really say too much. You don't really tell him what you want on the table, rather than just you giving up your pussy. Okay, he already knows he's gonna get the pussy because that should be an equal trade. But you put a price on it. You force him to get married, and you shouldn't do that. I don't force nobody to do anything. I said, do you want to do this? Yes or no? Okay, and you women should be doing the same up front, but you don't do that. You usually just leave. Okay, because this ring is like a contractual agreement. So you can get something after you want to change your mind seasonal later on. That's how a woman usually thinks. But that's all I really wanted to say. Education versus, education means that a woman know how to talk. I talked to at least 2 to 3 women in my life who had a fire conversation, but I know I would never trust them, especially in the Western world. Okay, my wife, who was overseas, we had decent conversations. And of course, I never did. We trusted her, okay, because I broke out of that long time ago. Trust is not the issue here. It's trade is the issue. What are you getting out of the relationship? Fuck that love and that affection and shit. That shit is easy in the bed. If you're not as attracted to that man and you're not turned on, you shouldn't deal with that man. And women do this all of the time. They usually deal with a man because of his finances. They're not attracted to that male. And women have to stop doing that because they're the bigger liars in the bunch. So now men got to protect themselves. So what do you think men is going to do? They're going to just do trade. And that's the best thing. Kind of like what a pimp does. If you don't sell your pussy for me, we don't have a deal. Okay, you're exiled from the group. Okay? But other than that, that's what it's going to come down to. It's not going to be coming down to, oh, I feel horny around a person, because I don't give a fuck how you feel around me. Okay? I just know that I got the strap on and you better pay me my money up front. Okay? If you don't like my services and I tell you what I'm going to do and I planned what I'm going to do, you don't have to pay me again. Okay? That's all it is. Don't get mad. Okay? I told you exactly the 5, 10 things I'm going to do. Okay? And you didn't like it. Okay? Because you have some other issues. That's the confusion of women. Now, you don't have to worry about that shit. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Okay? And then you pay for it. That's not fucking hard to do. But women make things harder. Men don't care about, they don't get into technicalities, okay? Because men are most likely beta alphas. They don't do that. I do that type of shit all of the time, okay? If a female's not attracted, I don't care about how she's attracted to me or not, because I'm an alpha. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Fuck your feelings. Have you heard of that before? Fuck your feelings? Just pay up. Do your proper trading and shut the fuck up. That's all I really got to say. So, most males out there don't have the time to be negotiating because they just want the ass. They just want the whap, okay? Most women, they always try to use their charm, their beauty and shit. But I see right through that shit because I have no time for no charm and beauty. That shit all fades after a while. You have any children, you got to set that shit up. You can't be sticking your shit in somebody and then next thing you know, not have a plan and shit. That's a lot of you women who are allowing these fucking knuckleheads to come bust up inside you. 80% of you women follow the 20%ers, so you get what you get, okay? Because there's no deal there, okay? But other than that, you keep on fucking with the 20%ers, those knuckleheaded beta alphas. It's up to you, and you have a good day. This is why I don't deal with highly intelligent women because nowhere, okay? I'm like, hey, okay, we got a trade. I did that shit to my wife. I said, once you take away the trade, I take away something, okay? You're gonna still be paying me. It's not fucking hard, okay? But other than that, don't make deals with alphas, okay? Peace.